In this second high Python program, we're going to use the exact same name variable and input as we did in our original high program, but this time we're going to utilize the if, else statements within our little program just to explain how this particular scenario works. So essentially what we do is the same thing as before. We have a variable name and it's going to equal to the input, whatever value that we're going to provide. This will print out the question, what is your name, with a space, notice the space double quotes. And then whatever value that I'm going to input it via my keyboard is going to put that same value into the variable name. And then it will go into our program, and the first initial statement is an if statement. It's going to say, okay, if that name variable value is equal to Matt, M-A-T-T, literally Matt, then what I want you to do is print out, you want to print out the initial string. The plus sign is an adjoin string with my variable value and adjoin the remaining string. If it does not equal to this MATT, it's going to drop to the next statement, which is an else if statement. And it's going to say, alright, does the name value equal Bob? If it does, here's my statement. If it does not equal Bob, it's going to drop to the next condition. And that next condition is going to again check the name variable value. Does it equal to Susan? And you see the scenario that we're playing is going to basically do a compare of that variable value to each and every one of these. And the very last conditional statement that I have is an else. So if it falls all the way through these and it does not equal to anything, then my last deal is print out I never heard of you. So let's watch this run through. You can do a run Python shell, or you can hit your F5 key to run it. So here we have the initial printout, our input statement, what is your name, space. This is why I put the space double quotes. And I'm going to do the initial MATT. And what it's done is taken this variable value, MATT, and compare it to this particular value, and it does equal, so it will print out our output. Hey Matt, hey name variable, Bob wants to see you this morning. Now if I take the same exact program and I'm going to run it again, notice here it says, what is your name again. This time I am going to put Bob. That's going to give me this output, since it does equal to Bob. Print hey, the name variable value Bob, and the remaining deal. Let's do it 2 more times. This time it's going to be Susan, and it's going to be, did you get that email? Did you get that email? Now let's put in a particular value that it will not meet. Let's use, what are we going to use? Let's use MATT all caps. Now one might think that, okay, it's Matt, but Python is case sensitive. So when we test this, what's going to happen is my variable value is capital MATT, and it's going to look at the first condition, and it's looking for a capital M small ATT. So it's not going to meet that criteria, that condition. So it's going to drop to the next and the following, and since I have an else, if nothing else is true, print this out. And this is why it falls all the way through here. Just something to be aware of. In another video I'll show you how you can do lowercase, uppercase, and to ensure that you're going to match something if the string characters are correct.